I'll never rock as long as I am stuck here with my dad. Do 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 do. I hear you, brave young Jables. You are hungry for the rock. That's Dio's part. That's Dio's part. Man, I miss Dio. Dio was the shiz.
When you were telling me about you're telling me about that now.
What's up, dude? What? Dio? I don't think I've ever professed my love for Dio to anyone.
What's up, everybody? This is our first live stream. I know people are hopefully just coming on here. Let us know that our mic is working.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me knocking? Then let me in.
All right, so Mikey here. We got Vape Malone, and we're trying to test out this whole live streaming thing, right? Got the DSLR set up over there. Hopefully the camera image quality is coming in pretty good. Hopefully the audio is coming in okay. This is the first time for us, so I'm gonna have some fun with it. Figure we do ask me anything, ask us anything, and in addition to that, we thought we'd read some fun Capstone RDA comments from all the videos online. Because who doesn't love reading comments?
Some of them are pretty funny. I think we got our first question. What's best, ceramic or mesh in sub-ohm vaping? That's tough because one of my favorite tanks that I ever vaped on was the Freemax. What was the first one? That like stainless steel top airflow one?
Fire?
No. It was way before any of those. It was way before Freemax was even known. It was like when people were still sleeping on them. I can't think of the damn name right now. But anyways, that Freemax tank, it used ceramic coils. They weren't straight ceramic, it was ceramic cotton. But the flavor was just unmatched on that thing. But I don't know. These mesh coils are getting pretty legit now. Actually prefer those hive coils, the ones that are kind of like notch coils with holes in them. I prefer those a little bit more. But if I had to say ceramic or mesh, long story short, or long answer short, mesh for sure.
Yeah, I haven't really used too much ceramic myself, only in a couple of sub-ohm tanks and whatnot. And I don't know. It's kind of been whatever for me. I do prefer the mesh as well. Let's see here.
Antonio, welcome.
All right.
Antonio.
So while we have some questions roll in, you want to jump into reading some of the comments, or
oh
what?
Yeah, let's go to our own video first because everybody loved it. That was the first video for it, so everybody wanted to troll on it.
All right, so let's sort by top comments.
Yeah,
how we do it here. Okay.
I think the top comments are pretty positive, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's been obviously interesting, exciting, the whole experience of releasing this RDA, and so these comments, man.
Dylan Carroll says, "What type of coils do you prefer in RTAs?" Well, I'll tell you, buddy. I really dig these right here, the Coilology kit coils. I don't know. I just pretty much exclusively use these, but I really liked like a smaller coil, like these. Which one was it? The multi-strand. Yeah, the multi-strand Clapton coils. These things are legit. They're a little bit smaller too, so it's not super hot in there.
Yeah,
but you get really good flavor.
Yeah, for me in this kit, which is really all I use now, are I really like the staple coils in here, and then also the frame staples. I like the staple coils, but
yeah,
it's really hard to say no to a good fused Clapton. Also, I mean, just we call it simple and basic now, but back in the round wire days,
yeah,
that was fancy as
F.
Yeah, so
Somebody said, oh yeah, show and tell vapes. Can't wait to get my Capstone in the mail. We can't wait either, buddy. We can't wait for you to get it either. Capstone RTA, no plans as of this point for that, but you never know. You can't rule anything out.
We definitely plan on continuing to have fun making products. So moving on.
Yeah, the tricore Claptons are good. I usually like running those in RDA, just because that's just how I roll. I don't actually find myself using like super big coils in an RTA. I find myself using the smaller fused Clapton coils. Oh, we're going to read some comments. Yeah.
All right, so keep the questions coming. We'll reread some comments. We'll let Vape Malone select the first one here. We'll go back and forth.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Fozzy71. I'm pretty sure this guy writes this on like all of our videos. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. He says, "Please lose the sunglasses." Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. Sorry, Fozzy. Really silly to be wearing them indoors and in a video, so it's like a double whammy.
So, why do we wear these sunglasses? Right?
Because that video that you watched, this like super famous YouTube dude explained why he wears the sunglasses, because we have a monitor, right? When we're doing our videos, that's one of the main reasons is we have a monitor that we look at, and
two monitors.
Oh yeah, two monitors. We have one on each side. So, neither one of them are in the middle where the camera is. So basically, we need to make sure that everything's lined up correctly in the video.
So basically, if we didn't have our glasses on and we were recording and we have our heads up monitor up here and we have our top cam monitor right over here. So if we were looking at the monitor talking, we'd be looking like this the whole time.
The whole time.
Or not really the whole time. Obviously, we'd try to look at the camera as much as possible, but you'd see us going like this all the time. And we just didn't like that.
And it's hard to edit out.
Made it harder to edit and all that. And then, well, mainly it's for that because when we're doing top cam, you're only seeing the top, you're not seeing our face. But that's the main reason. And, you see that? You see that right there? See that light? It's pretty bright.
Both of these lights are really bright.
I can take my hand and put it all the way to the top of the screen here without, and I can point out this local vape icon or this Candy King or all that. So that's why, FYI.
Yeah, fun fact.
But
dang, we got a bunch of comments rolling in here.
Okay, let's go ahead and answer a couple of questions here. Let's move on.
Okay, if you like a hot, dense vape, a lot of airflow, what RTA would you recommend? That's a good question, Mikey. You got any suggestions on that one? You were the king of RTAs when I first started working here.
Really?
Yeah, you loved rolling with your RTAs. You were all about that life.
RTAs, I haven't.
Oh, actually, and the Hadley too. So
yeah, that was. I've been squonking probably for a couple of years now. So as far as, I would have to say and I'm going back in my head as far as time goes. I really do like the. God, we did a video on it too. What's the? Everybody and their mother was talking about. Hold on, sorry, I'm blanking here.
You want to open up a new tab, maybe, so we don't lose that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But anyways, somebody show and tell vapes. I heard to use 2.5 millimeter coils in the Capstone because they work a lot better. I don't know if I would say they work a lot better. It gives you a little bit more room to play with, and then you say because 3 millimeter might hit the top cap. It just really depends on how you build it. But we used 3 millimeter coils, and pretty much every coil in that coilology kit that we just showed you a little bit ago, and we never had any issues with shorting or touching a top cap at all. So I know I've seen a lot of reviewers suggesting 2.5, and I think that really the main thing is for safety, because some people just throw it on a mech, build on a mech, and that can be unsafe if they're not paying attention to what they're doing. But I mean, most of the times people that use mech mods have been doing it for some time. But yeah, for safety reasons, if you want, go with the 2.5, just or go with the 3 millimeter, whatever makes you happy. What up, KY?
So I was gonna say it's the Zeus Duel definitely, and that's not the first one that popped in my head. It started with a B. Started with a B. Started with a B.
Started with a B.
Pretty sure it started with a B. Blanking so hard. I really don't use RTAs much anymore. I've been, like I said, I've been squonking for the last couple of years. I play with them here and there.
Yeah, flavor.
Kevin would probably be better to answer the question, but well, I think I did the video for that, and I'm blanking on it.
Really? Where is
I'm
it?
pretty sure I did. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, well, so as far as like flavorful, warm, actually got a nice warm vape off the intake RTA by Mike Vapes and what was it, Watofo? If you put a big enough coil in there, you'll get a nice warm condensed vape on it. You're not going to get a ton of airflow with it, but I mean, I like it for flavor. So I mean, if that's what you're looking for, I know you said a dense vape with a lot of airflow. That's kind of tough to achieve, to be honest, unless you're just running some like. You could pretty much take any RTA and just run some super fat like tricore fused Claptons or something like that in there, and that'll get you to where you need to be. Yeah, that was a lot for. Can you use mesh as the heating element in the capstone? No, I tried, and it's ridiculously hard.
I mean, you could probably make it happen
if you really want it to happen.
Yeah,
but yeah, I tried. Trust me, I did. I spent like a good 30 to 45 minutes trying to make that happen, and it just no. Oh, the Fatoon Aqua reboot, Dylan said, maybe for the person for Bucky that was looking for a hot dense vape in an RTA. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't tried that one yet. So the Zeus Duel. Yeah, the Zeus Duel's got good flavor. I just like single coil RTAs for some reason. I just like the battery life savings on them. So the Zeus original and the intake RTA are like my two favorite RTAs, to be honest. And they have pretty good e-liquid capacity. I mean, for single coil. KY Vape says I want one. I just hate the look of the cap. Well, buddy, sorry about that. But
that's why we
knew. Yeah, that's also why we made that cap. Well, Mikey thought of, maybe we should do that cap as well and include that in the package. But that's something we knew going in, man. Not everybody was going to love it. And that was kind of the point, is just to do something different. And, unfortunately, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say unfortunately. It's just, sometimes when you're trying to do something different, it doesn't always take right away. In the future, we'll see more like what was it? Like the smock tanks, right? You know how they have those crazy designs on the outside? In the beginning, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, those things are so butt ugly." And some people in the UK are still like, "Those are butt ugly." But now every tank looks like those smock tanks or some rendition of them, and everybody loves them. So, yeah, to each his own. To each his own.
So why?
The Temis?
So it looks like why majority of manufacturers include sub-ohm tanks in their mod kit nowadays. Why no RDA, RDTA kit? For the Malaysian market, they prefer to recoil themselves. It's probably due to just simplicity, and somebody who's never vaped before is not going to be able to obviously just. Well, I mean, I'm sure plenty of people can, but it's just not an easy transition to go straight into. Starting to understand how everything works and straight into rebuilding.
Right.
But
I think a lot of starter kits are geared towards beginners, right? And there's really nothing easier than just installing a coil and, priming it and then filling it up with juice and going. So I think that's probably why starter kits, most of them are geared towards the beginner. Even though a lot of people that are transitioning from cigarettes don't start with a TFV12, because you got to build up to that. And most people want that cigarette, that MTL sensation. You're just not going to get that from a sub-ohm tank.
What are your favorite rigs of the week so far? That's a great question.
This guy right here. I've been vaping on this Basium like nonstop. I got the Niagara by what was it? Uh, Nicola. I got that squonker. I haven't used it yet. I pulled it out of the box and messed around with it, but I haven't like put anything in it. Waiting to use that thing. I think we're going to be doing a video on that too, and then we're also going to do a video on this Basium. But I've been rocking the D Pro Mini on the top, and I've been going back and forth between the D Pro Mini and the Capstone. I know that's kind of like weird because one's like super single coil, like condensed vape, not a lot of vapor. But that's how I am. Sometimes I like to cloud chuck. Sometimes I just like to have a little single coil flavor jammer.
So besides my Rage and Capstone, obviously, definitely this has been my device of the last couple weeks. Is a Simple X. You've seen videos, and obviously, until anybody else tries it, it's all hype. But dude, I'm super impressed with this thing. Like, as far as the whole non leaking thing, anti leak thing, I just don't really. I don't know how it happened, like how they got it to work so well. I visually see what they did, but why it works so well, I'm not really sure. It does not leak. It hasn't leaked on me yet. I've taken it with a 3/4 full squonk bottle onto a plane as a carry-on, and I threw it in my bag, sitting up in my bag, and then I put my bag underneath the seat like this, and it sat like that in there, the short flight, like hour and a half. I took it out after the flight, after we landed, and it was still bone dry on the outside. That's super impressive to me. I mean, I didn't do anything special to try to prevent it from leaking. So, and besides that, obviously the flavor kicks ass of all pod systems because it's rebuildable. So, the Daedalus Pro, we're getting more of those in stock. We have those requested in stock. The manufacturer is currently out of stock. That's why we don't have them yet. So as soon as they get them made, I'll bring them in.
Oh yeah, this is a good comment right here. Oh, do we have more questions though?
Oh yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Good new pod system. I think you just pretty much laid that out.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't technically a pod system, but as far as like size,
Yeah.
I mean, it's thicker, but I mean, dude, that's tiny.
Pod system though, I like the Orca by Vaporesso. That thing is so cool, man. I have zero leaking issues with it. The flavor is good, and it has the little adjustable airflow ring, and the drip tip super comfy too. I would say that. And those coils in there, the Orca coils, they're geared more towards nicotine salt e-liquids, so it has the smaller wicking holes and stuff like that. So it's made more for the 50-50 blends, which pretty much every salt nic is. But yeah, that Orca, that thing is tight. And the battery lasts like a really good amount of time.
I actually really been enjoying the mini fit until I took it into the pool, and so I have to get another one of those.
Rest in peace.
But I like how small that thing is, and they have a new one coming out soon too. Let's see, Brian, not off topic. The pulse panels are coming in. They were a little bit delayed or shipment, so I think this week they should be shipping. So they'll be in soon.
We had one here too. My LC Goldsmith represent. My favorite RDA and RTA is the Recurve and the Pharaoh Mini. What's your favorites? RDA, Capstone, bro. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, the Capstone's pretty much the only RDA that I've been really messing with besides this little D Pro Mini. And what else? What else I've been messing with? The B2K still. But yeah, those, little single coil dudes. My Cosmonaut, I just rebuilt that thing, and I rediscovered my love for that thing. It's pretty legit. RTA, definitely the Zeus original, and the intake. That intake is pretty legit. Mike Vapes did a good job. And Batufu.
That intake is legit. I don't pop around RDAs too much now that I'm thinking about it. Kevin or Vape Malone would probably attest to that. Prior to vaping on the Capstone nonstop, the hell was I vaping on?
B2K.
It was the B2K. It was the B2K on all the different variations of the B2K that we had. And then before that, it was the Hadley, which was my all-time, still one of the all-time OG amazing squonk flavor Haddies for sure. Yeah. For sure.
The Hadley's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got the Hadley Titanium. So what we got them on pre-order still? Yeah, I think they're on pre-order still.
Which ones?
The Titanium.
No, they're in and they're sold out.
Oh snap!
They're
last week I checked and we still had a couple.
Let's see. Any gauges you can't use in the data list. I think you can't go above 24 on the inner diameter wire. Right?
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I forget. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't use it every day, so I've been getting lazy and I use the Coilology kits.
So here's a comment / question, and not only does it show up in all the videos, it showed up in our feed here. Does the Capstone give spit back?
Good question.
Good question. You know, what is your definition of spit back? Is it like just any splash or feeling it? You know, for me, you know, this is a very kind of subjective thing, I guess. Yes and no, right? Because there is this fact that if it spits any e-liquid out, you know, when you're dripping e-liquid onto coils, back in the day where before there was squonking and anything else, and you're dripping on your coils.
A million years ago.
You know, I don't, you know, maybe I would assume that they all had spit back or kind of spit back if there's just too much e-liquid puddled up near the coil, right? That's what kind of happens. The coil heats up, the excess coil starts popping, right? You know, that's what my understanding of spit back is.
Yeah.
So, you know, from watching the videos, apparently so, right? You know, I didn't personally think I got spit back from it. You know, just like I told Rip. But you know, when I squonk it, I don't have the overhead cam, but when I'm squonking it, I'm not going crazy with it, and generally I'll give it a quick little poop, and then fire it off.
And it also depends on the wattage that you're vaping at. If you're vaping at a really high wattage, it's gonna pop and no matter the amount of e-liquid on there, it's gonna cook that e-liquid out, and it's gonna send off a bunch of little pops off the coil. If you're doing something like this, I'm running this at like 38 watts, right?
Antonio, in my opinion, every atomizer gives spit back when heating element and wick is oversaturated. I think that is a really, really accurate statement.
Yeah.
You know,
every single one.
That's how it works. You know, if your wick and your coil isn't oversaturated on the Capstone, it's not going to spit back on you. Yeah. You know, but you know, watching these videos, you know, like we have our perspective, and we try to be as open as possible to try to bring together and make a great product that everybody would like, right? But watching the videos, you know, we got to see many other perspectives from people that know a lot about vaping too. And so, yeah, now that I've watched Rip videos, and maybe he's right, maybe I am getting some e-liquid in my mouth, but that's adding to the flavor, and that's why I like it. And I'm not defining it or giving it a label as spit back.
I would say saturated.
Yeah, because it's not like it's coming and like burning my tongue. You know what I mean? That's almost what I would consider spit back.
This D Pro Mini, if you want to talk about in terms of pure spit back, like it just shoots juice off into your tongue and burns the crap out of your tongue like hot lava, this thing does. It after you squonk it, it just has a lot of spit back because of the condensed chamber. And the same way with the Hadley. The Hadley did that. All these little single coil jammers do that. That's just because of the oversaturation and everything like that. You gotta have to take that into consideration. So when I squonk this, obviously I have to wait a little bit, and then I'll just give it a little fire and then vape it. You know, that's just the trick that I've learned to do.
Yeah. So I mean, really, obviously, if you think about it, you know, we everything that all the thought that we put into making it was based on our experiences, how we experience vaping, you know, and that would maybe lead to another. That would maybe lead to like one of the other comments, right, about like the sucking back feature. That's probably the most commented. You know, one of the big comments people make on this RDA is, "Oh, it doesn't suck back the e-liquid." And obviously, when we were making this and prior to release, we didn't think that would be the way that we envision using this, and the way we use it, and the way we've tested it. We didn't see that as a necessity. Now, that being said, after watching some of the videos and hearing it a few more times, because that was just never in our head, you know, not really. But now that we're hearing and seeing, it's like, you know what? we wanted there to be a little juice well so that you can fill it up and you don't have to constantly squonk. But yes, if you're not paying attention, or for some reason you're so used to the old way of squonking that you just go nuts, you can fill it up to where it can't suck anything back in. You'll have excess in there. For that reason, I see the suck back feature being very useful, but it does take away from it having any kind of juice well unless that suck back feature is raised up just a little bit. But anyways, it's something that we are listening to and we're marinating on. But what we're saying, and the point being, I guess, is you don't need to, but because of the way people squonk with all the other devices, that this is a little bit different. You don't have to go nuts on it. Think of it like Matt said, think about like you're literally like you're dripping. That's the effect that we were going for. So I think that kind of effectively covered. You have any
and rant. I think somebody put Dylan way up there towards the top. I thought you were giving Killigan's. I thought you were giving away the OG Pyro RDA, aren't we?
We are. It's on. We have the contest going on Instagram right now.
Killigan's.
Yeah. So we had a little fishing trip. You got to guess how many fish we caught, and then we're gonna post a picture today of how many there were, and the first person to post the correct number will win the OG RTA. Ooh. And then for the new Pyro V2 RTA, we're gonna have that giveaway coming up here this week as soon as the Capstone giveaway ends. If you go to vapehabit.com to the blog section at the top, you'll see we have 4 Capstone RDAs that we're giving away by somewhere middle end of this week, I believe. So
yep. Dylan Carroll said Hadley or Karma. I don't know because I haven't tried the Karma. So
personally haven't tried the Karma.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Sorry, just haven't.
Let's see. Does the Capstone have good airflow or a tight airflow? I need a new squonking over drip rip. Ooh, I like that name, dude. Anyways, does the Capstone have good airflow or tight airflow? I would say it's the perfect amount of airflow. I love running it wide open, but if you want a little bit less, you can close it off halfway. And if you want even less than that, just throw on the 510 drip tip, and it's pretty condensed, and it's even more flavor too. What show and tell vapes? What are your thoughts on the Vandy Vape Revolver RTA? Yes or no? Would you rather get that or the Intake RTA? I don't know. I haven't tried the Revolver, so have you tried the Revolver?
I have not yet tried the Revolver either.
I don't remember if we tried it.
From what I've seen, it's a good RTA as well. Visually, that Intake is just so sexy.
It really is.
really, and it vapes amazingly.
I love it.
And it's kind of like when you have that combination of two, kind of like you kind of get blinded. You're like, oh yeah, it's beautiful, and it vapes amazing, and you kind of get blinded. You don't see anything else for a week or so. That's kind of where we're at with the Intake. But we're gonna have to test that when they come in. We did not receive a sample for that one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Going down. I love my Antheon with I don't squonk. Should I get a Capstone? Yeah, buddy, you sure should, because you can drip successfully with it. I actually tried it when we got the sample in. I used it for like almost a week straight, just dripping, just to make sure that it worked as a dripper. And that's also another reason for the large juice well. So when you're dripping, you have a juice well. So there's that. Who said that? Killigan's 420.
Nighthawk, pre-fire, purge, or wick tighter.
Yeah,
those are all little tips for spitback dealing with it. Good stuff there.
Yeah, Nighthawk. Nighthawk. The Reverie doesn't give any. Overdrip Rip says the Reverie doesn't give any spitback, but it's a vertical coil.
That makes sense.
Yeah, vertical coils. Yeah, because then the juice that's popping off the coil is going into the side of the barrel. So that makes total sense. So I've never received any spitback or, but I've never also received the oversaturated vape and flavorful vape from a vertical coil build.
Any dual coil squawk mods coming with Center 510? I'm sure there are more coming soon. Right now, the Mach 1, that one is a Center 510.
Yeah.
What else?
That's about it right now. Well, I guess technically you could say the Rage is a centered 510 off to one side.
Yeah,
but
so not quite.
Yeah, it's a little one-sided, but it is centered.
You can't put like a 30 millimeter RDA.
Yeah,
I know that. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, I see. I see you. I see you. What are your favorite juices? Oh yeah, I think Antonio asked that earlier. Favorite juices? You go ahead, Mike. What are your favorite juices? Pretty sure we know the answer to this one.
Do I even have to say Dinner Lady? Lemon Tart Dinner Lady is amazing. Both regular version and Salt Nick version. It's the lemon is it's a really good lemon like tart custard, but the really big thing is that crust.
Yeah, I know, right?
That crust. It's Vape Malone likes to do DIY and stuff. He's tried to recreate it, and he's just like
I gave up.
I mean, but just for fun, right? But man, that stuff is good. There's nothing that's matched it for me so far. I really like strawberry milk flavors also. The Keep It 100 strawberry milk. And if you're listening to those first two, you'll probably know that I like pretty sweet juices. So keep that in mind.
I do not. So then you get both ends of the spectrum here. You get the super sweet juices, and then I don't like a lot of sweeteners. But I mean, special cases though, like some juices taste really sweet, but they're not. Like a couple of like besides my own juices that I make, that Vape Malone juice. Besides that, I really like the Psycho Unicorn and the Psycho Kitty. I've been vaping on those things. Lemon Tart always. Also from Dinner Lady, the rice pudding. That stuff is so good. And also the apple pie from Dinner Lady is fire, and the blackberry crumble. Pretty much, yeah, almost every single Dinner Lady flavor I like because they don't use a lot of sweeteners. I like that they use the natural sweetener in there, and I dig that. I really do. But yes, those are pretty much like my main go-tos when I get lazy and I don't want to make my own stuff. But yeah. Oh, whoops,
let's see. All right. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to funny comments.
Where'd you go? I had it on one. Oh, it's down right here. There it is. This one. I'm gonna put my phone on silent because I forgot to. My bad. Sorry for being rude. Pardon my rudeness.
All right.
Yeah, so one of the funny comments on the Capstone video was Jay, as in Jay Hayes, is probably going to destroy this. And you know what? He just might. But it is what it is. If he doesn't like it and he thinks it's that much, if he thinks it's that trash of an RDA and doesn't, recognize the innovation there, smash it, bro. Do what you got to do. It is what it is. We can't be like, oh no, please don't smash it, Jay. Like, it is what it is. We welcome the unbiased feedback from all the reviewers because that's the only way that we can do better and in the future. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Jay is probably going to destroy it, and he might. I thought that was pretty funny.
Probably will. I mean, it's somebody who's cares about.
Where are you going?
Cares about product development.
Where was who had some?
Let's see. Let's go pick another one. These are Vaping with Twisted 420. These are all awesome. See you guys
next time. The ones that left.
These are all awesome comments. Hey, we made his Wall of Fame. I'm stoked about that.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty legit.
All right. Oh, Jay Hayes made a comment on Rip's video. How about that suckback? So we addressed that in the video just a little bit a while ago. So, that's where we're at with that. And
how about that suckback? I think he was low key referring to his 502 because what we didn't realize until later, after we were already planning, the release was already about to come. I saw the video on his 502, and he made like this little valve system. So it squonks on the like comes out of the top, and then it gets sucked back down, which is it's really cool. But
it's cool. I think it's a ball bearing thing, right?
Yeah, and it's a really cool idea. We just didn't we didn't really think about that because we didn't really feel that it would be necessary. If you just give it one little press, you're good to go. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, somebody commented here on the what was it Rips video. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick. No, this they didn't put this in there, but I got the song stuck in my head, and I was like, please stick to the squonk RDAs you're used to. But I thought that was funny.
All right, let's see. Let's go to maybe let's see Tony B's video.
Yeah.
Let's see our top comments. Let's see if there's any good ones.
Oh, thanks, Dylan. I hope you like that stuff. It's interesting at first, but after you vape it for a minute, that Psycho Unicorn is pretty fire. It is a little bit on the sweeter side too. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't care too much for all the sweeteners, but when it's done right, I'll vape it. Yeah, where's all the hate messages?
Yeah,
we're just finding positive stuff. We found every single one before. Yeah. If you guys have seen any funny ones. Oh yeah, Killigans for sure. You know, I'm not a spring chicken, but you know, yeah. TLC was the jam back in the day, though. Like for reals. Whether you like those kind of groups or not, doesn't matter.
Gotta be the ugliest RDA I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, we could
fugly, ugly as fugly.
It looks like a damn spiked mace head.
Hey,
it may.
You're gonna love it or you're not. You know.
I saw that funny meme that somebody posted. It was a picture of the capstone, and it said, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?" Oh man, I was dying. I thought I was like SpongeBob vape pants. Yo, me. I live in a pineapple under the sea.
Oh man, looks like Kanye designed an RDA.
Huh? I was born on.
That's an ugly ass RDA. Hey.
Yeah, so many people are like, you know, ripping on the looks of it, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But a lot of people, you know, have been saying they really like it. So it's, you know, it's to each his own. To each thine own self be true. Little Vape Malone knowledge drop right there. The Bazium, I really like the Bazium, dude. I do have like a major con for it, but I will save that for the video. Just because I don't want to like give it away right now. I want to be able to better explain it. But as far as like operational, like, you know, like it working when I want it to, it works, and it works really well, and the battery life is really, really good. I was running my Capstone on here at like 85 watts or something like that, or close to 90 watts. And man, I only had to change batteries once throughout the day. And that, so, I mean, I got through almost a whole day with just 2 batteries, or just with one battery charge, which is amazing. And I don't really care for TC and stuff like that. I don't really care about all that. So that's not a major con to me that it doesn't have it. And I like the shape, man. I know it's just like a square, but it's a cool square. And maybe I'm a little square. I don't know. Reverie available on the site? No, not yet. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of people hyping that thing up though. Single coil vertical coil, right? It looks pretty cool though. It looks kind of like a. Oh yeah, here we're looking at it right now. It looks like it has. Remember the mutation RDA back in the day? Remember those? It looks kind of like that airflow, doesn't it?
Yeah,
with the slots and then it has like the Z pattern. What was it, the V3 or something like that? But yeah, pretty much all the mutations. I remember I had that thing. I hated it because I had that stupid triangle screw. But that's the only thing I hated about it. I actually really like that RDA. That thing was tight.
So the Capstone, the 510 510 does protrude. You can use it safely on mech, but you just got to be careful. You have any of your mechs here?
Yeah, I have the VGod, whatever the Pro. Is it the Pro Mech? No, it's not the Pro Mech. I don't know. It's too many damn names to remember. But it's the VGod 2 mod.
Where is it?
Should be right there. The white one should be in the Mesa mods right there. If you look on our Instagram, there's this really tight picture. One of my friends posted on there, and he paired it up with like it's a mech mod from Switch Mods, and it has like a similar design on the outside. I've never seen that mod before, but it has a similar style, like pyramid style design on it. It looks pretty cool.
Well, this is I have it manually focused for us, so there you go.
Oh yeah,
put it in front of my black shirt there.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool, and you put the pyramid cap on there, the King Koopa cap. It'll look pretty sick.
Yep, just if you're following us on Instagram, yep, it's just Instagram/Vape Happy, no space, one word.
Oh, and I changed my name on Instagram to Vape Malone now. So, so if you want to follow me, you can just look for Vape Malone. I'm the only one so far. I was thinking about maybe changing my name though. Maybe dual Post Malone or Postless Malone. What do you guys think? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to change the name. Whoever, I need to figure out who gave me that name in the first place so I can give them credit every time, because I didn't come up with it.
Somebody on a Facebook Live video.
Facebook Live video. Somebody was like, "Oh, dude, you look like Post Malone," and then somebody wrote #Vape Malone, and then that's how it happened. That's how the name stuck. All right, Antonio, thanks for joining us, bro. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so really we were doing this stream here not to test this whole setup. Our camera's gone for over 40 minutes without dying or overheating. Thank you, camera.
All right.
Answer some questions. If you guys have more questions, ask us anything. We're going to try to keep it open for another 18 minutes or so. Cut it off at an hour. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and stream for more hate comments here to read off for you.
Ooh. Oh. Why is it not going down anymore? Oh. Why can't we just like look at the damn
refresh it?
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
All right.
I'm just gonna search for some comments, and Mikey will just do something. I don't know. I have no clue. I really wanted to find those funny comments, but they're just like buried now by like good comments, which is
thank you for that.
Which is I know, it was nice because at first we were like, damn, everybody was like hating on it, and then other people started reviewing it, and then we started getting some like really nice. Oh yeah, another one. Can't wait for Jay Hayes' review. Me neither. I can't wait to see what he has to say about it either. I'm looking forward to everybody's review on it. I know one of my favorite UK reviewers, Vaping with Vic, and also Dean the Vaping Biker. I can't wait to see their reviews on it. And a lot of people. Who else? Bogan too. I can't wait to see Vaping Bogan. I really like Vaping Bogans.
How do I enter the Capstone giveaway? So go to vapehappy.com. Go to our blog section. There is a blog for the giveaway. We use a software called Gleam, and there's no purchase necessary to join the giveaway. All you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the only requirement. And then there are 18 other ways that you can continually get extra tickets, if you will, extra entries to the giveaway by watching one of our videos or making comments on any of our videos or this or that, signing, coming to our Facebook page, visiting the website, all those things. So, and it's pretty cool. It tracks everything, lets you know how many entries you have, and then When the giveaway is over, we click a button and it selects 4 people who will win. So you can read all the details there on the website.
I like this guy. This guy Del Halley on our Capstone video. He's like, for a minute there, I didn't think the big hipster was gonna talk.
That was the beginning of the.
That was obviously he was obviously referring to me. Obviously, right? I'm the standard issue fat vape hipster guy, I guess. Or so I've been told from comments on YouTube, because everybody's so nice on YouTube. I love it. I love it.
Here's a comment actually we've seen quite a little, not a lot, but like about the coily tool. I guess a guy by the name of Simon made the coily tool out of the UK. That's very similar to the little tool that we include, or Vanny Vape includes with our RDA, and absolutely. Honestly, I didn't know he was the originator of that. But
yeah,
I mean, just to be perfectly honest.
Well,
but
I don't think he was actually the originator, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think somebody was. I think it was in like Sweden or something like that. But somebody was like 3D printing them and just selling them online. Just as a person, not as a company or anything like that. And that was before the coily tool. I think coily then took that idea, and refined it and then put it out into a bulk production product. But
I feel that's kind of like what Vandy Vape did here.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, you want to look at this thing? You want to include this? Like, hell yeah, But it's a
tool.
It's a tool. It's a variation of a ruler that can be used to cut the coil lead lengths. And whoever came up with it originally, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Everybody who's going to be using them now, or variations of this ruler, is going to thank you. So I think it's pretty sweet. I guess after watching a couple of videos where people didn't use it, you don't really need it for the Capstone. I honestly, I just eyeball it, to be honest with you, because you can be, there's quite a bit of variance where it'll work perfectly fine. So you do what you want to do.
Oh yeah, there was this one on Suck My Mods video I saw. Where is that? Where's the dang? Oh yeah, there's another one. The coil jig is a ripoff of Coily by Simon. It's not that you don't want to give the guy props for making it, but if he's not the originator either, then it's just it's a tool to help people out. It's not an exact copy by any means. So I don't know why people are so stuck up on that. Does that mean that every RDA that comes out that's a circular or a spherical shape is a copy of every other RDA or RTA or RDTA that came before it? I don't know. Where is that guy? Oh yeah, here it is. This guy said in Suck My Mods video, he said terrible screw in not a Phillips and improperly planned squonk port. No, that's what he said. So that was his thing. And then somebody fired back at him and it was like, improperly planned ? I think it was specifically planned that way. Any extra juice just goes in the well for later use. Also, the screw looked like a Phillips to me. And then the original poster guy, he was all, it looked like a Phillips. Wait, yeah, it looked like a Phillips, but just because, hold on, this is good. It's like one of the longest comments in the world. It looked like a Phillips, but just because it is in the shape of a plus doesn't make it a Phillips. Notice how Phillips bits are pointed? That is just a flat standard drive screw with 2 engagement points. And we're going to get into science here. 90 degrees out of phase. If you tried to stick a Phillips screwdriver into that screw, it would do almost nothing because the point of the bit would bottom out before the wings, in quotations, engage. As for the squonk port, have you ever used an Era? What? I think that, I don't know. Have you ever used an Era with a squonk port that doesn't suck the excess juice? Anyways, he just keeps going on, and it's pretty hilarious because if he would have just watched our video or anybody else's video that uses the Phillips, you can clearly use the Phillips. Yes. How about that? I just feel bad that he had to waste all those words, and and dive into science, that he was so sure of, to just be wrong. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
This is what it is.
I thought it was funny though, because somebody was like, it was just like this back and forth about a Phillips screw. It's only the internet, right? We're just gonna go back and forth and argue about a Phillips screw when it's clearly been laid out in a video that it works for both.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, I think.
What are we almost done?
Yeah, I think I think we'll wrap it up here. I think I'm gonna change my glasses too. So we are going to try to do a lot more of these videos, live videos. If you have
Nighthawk for sure.
Yeah. Companies constantly improve the Phillips head screwdriver, so they've been around forever. Are they all clones? No. Yep.
They're all clones. Yep. They're all clones. We should go on every screwdriver review and be like, this guy did that first in 1732. The first Phillips screwdriver was invented, and that's a clone. Battery. Oh, a battery died. Hello.
Hey, are we back?
We back.
Hey.
Our battery died. Sorry about that.
Yeah, our continuous battery source is coming in today. Anyways, hey, we're still here. It worked out. It worked out. So we're going to wrap this up here. If you guys have comments and suggestions on what kind of content you'd like to see here on the live streams, leave a comment. Let us know down below, please. We're going to do some cool. We have a couple of things planned that'll be pretty cool, I think. Hopefully maybe this week.
Is that locked in? Is that locked in? Do you want to just...
No, it's not locked in.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about it until it's locked in.
All right. It's not locked in.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else?
No.
What?
What is it? What?
Oh, I don't know if you had a question or...
I don't know. Did you have a question, dude?
Livewire?
Or
maybe maybe
it might have got lost in the shuffle somewhere, or I don't know. Sorry about that. Did you have a question? Questions? Any other questions before we go?
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Peace.